Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. You're listening to us here on WUAT Radio and watching us on channel 18 BTC Fiber TV and also the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Get on there and check out the BTC Fiber YouTube channel and like and subscribe. Be sure to do that, folks. Comment on any episode. Feel free to, I guess, write down your opinion. Hopefully it's a nice one. But so far it has been, knock on wood. You can't please everybody, obviously, but
we're trying.
We've got a very good response to it, and everybody's been nice, so, and we appreciate that. And I will say I was shocked this morning. I saw where, which you can see this on the BTC Fiber YouTube page now I think about it, but because you can see every episode of our show and all the original shows. But the 200th episode that you were a part of, I believe it was 433,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So
that's more than
that's our highest rated episode. Yeah.
A few more.
Yeah, a lot more. Well,
Wow.
There's comments on that one from everywhere. I noticed all over the world. You know, when we filmed it, they were seeing comments. They were sending comments from everywhere. But the funniest ones, though, is when we get emails and I can't read them because I don't know how to translate. I mean, we've got them from one country I couldn't even pronounce because Papa Gail had to pronounce it. It was a country in Africa,
Really?
Myanmar or something like that.
Myanmar?
Yes, that one. But it was in their language, so I have
Wow.
no idea what they were saying. I hope it was good. But yeah, we do appreciate all of you, though. That's the main thing. We do appreciate the support, and that was, I think there was 6 episodes over 100,000 views now. So that's crazy.
Really
We
does
do.
go around the world.
That's for real. It's mind blowing. It really blows Papa's mind because he don't do anything on the computer whatsoever.
I can't even spell computer.
I'm thinking you can. And I'm thinking you would like it if you give it a shot, wouldn't you, Ruth?
You would. My mother
The internet,
now
all that
has
knowledge.
Facebook. It
Mhm.
helps her keep up with her
People,
grandchildren
yes.
around the world.
Wow.
Yeah, it
She can
does.
know
I mean, you
what
should be open to
they've
that.
been doing.
You need to try it at least, Papa. My goodness.
And the senior center
Mhm.
gives lessons on that.
There you go.
Joanne?
Well,
Mhm.
excuses
No
gone now.
excuses.
That took away all your excuses right there.
I don't have time.
No,
Okay.
we'll figure it out. We'll make
I
time.
have never. I'm 88 years old. I have never been this busy in my life,
Good. That's what's good about it.
so I don't have time for.
But
Okay.
we'll make time for
All right.
that, though. You're going to learn that. We'll make time for that one, folks. I just think you'll be so surprised if he truly give it a shot. I really do. You would like it, Papa, because
I
you
do.
like to learn.
I do the Sunday school lesson on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and my pastor,
He has no idea who's
He-
watching or not.
he told me that he gets phone calls and texts from all over the world.
Brother Jim has to tell.
And he says, they say, "Who's that old man that does your Sunday school lesson?" That's all he says to me. Who's that old man?
I'd say they don't all say that.
That's Jim Whitaker. For
But
you.
yeah, exactly. I can see that's Brother Jim's take on it. I can see him doing that. Well, as you can see, we have a guest today, and but she's been on here a few times, though, of course, as a host and a guest. So Miss Ruth Burton is here with us today, and we're excited to talk about what she's here to talk about today, which is kind of a tour, so to speak, I guess, right? A walking
It is
tour.
A walking tour of Pikeville, so
Mhm.
thank you for having me back.
Oh, no problem.
How long does it take you to walk Pikeville?
Well,
that would depend.
with the tour or just one in
With the tour.
With the tour, we timed it at about an hour, a little under
Oh,
an
that's pretty
hour
cool.
if you do all the stops. And of course,
This-
you might want to extend your tour by getting an ice cream cone at
Yeah.
Elmer's or going into Miller Bread for some cheesecake.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
And you
shop.
want to be able to take your time to it, so
So-
yeah.
That's
So-
the good thing about the tour, though. It's at your own pace.
I like
You
that.
can do it as you want to.
Hmm.
and take your time or be in a little more of a hurry if you want to.
Well, before I ask questions, we'll wait till you
Okay.
you give your program.
Okay.
Oh, was you about to ask another question?
Well, I
Okay.
have to ask another question.
Well, but it turned out good. Like, did you video that? That turned out great.
Oh.
Those videos were wonderful.
Anthony Ladd
Okay, the
is-
BTC
is
fiber.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
and we couldn't have done it without BTC Fiber
Yeah.
and their technical.
Well, it turned out
part of
really
it.
well. It really
Ethan
did.
and Anthony worked on that, and Anthony. Anyway, I'll tell you.
Yeah, yeah,
As we go on.
yeah. Because you could, I don't know, that could turn into something else. I feel like it's just, I don't know. That's just a really
I think
good
it
idea.
could.
I do
we
believe
could
that. So
springboard off it.
I do
into
too.
Some other things.
I think so too. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. But Papa, let's see what birthdays we got here. We want to wish a happy birthday to the following people for this week, the week of the 13th. So here we go, folks. Happy birthday on the 16th, Wednesday, to Karen Nunley. I hope that's what her name is. That's how it looks to me. Yeah, Nunley. Man, whoever wrote that needs to take some writing lessons. That is sloppy, and it wasn't me this time. Penny
Did you,
Tucker.
Albert?
Yep, it was you, wasn't it? Penny Tucker and Tiffany Anderson. They had a birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Penny and Tiffany. Today, Josh Burgess has a birthday, and let's see if I can read this. Danielle, but I mean, I'm good, but I ain't that good, folks. I cannot tell what that says.
So happy
Can you
birthday,
take-
Danielle.
You want to say it like that? Danielle, happy birthday. Hopefully somebody named Danielle has a birthday today, because I cannot read that. And it also on the calendar here to remind us of the Sequatchie County game tonight. Oh, don't worry, we're not going to forget about that one.
Let me throw my sister's birthday in.
Oh,
Janet
yeah.
Ashburn tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Nineteen.
Yeah.
Bledsoe on you.
So
It might be the
we dropped the
next
ball
one,
on
though. I
that
don't
one
know.
then. Okay.
Yeah, you got, let me see your trusty pen. You know, add her to it. Hers is Saturday, though.
The
19th. All right.
Yep. Janet
Yeah,
Ashburn.
okay, I guess I need to say these.
You didn't get
Janet Ashburn, of course, David Altman. He works here, so happy birthday, David. And my gosh, I'm going to take somebody.
Karen.
No, Karen Thomas Sales. Really? Is it hers
Karen
too?
Thomas.
Karen. Okay, it's Karen Sales' birthday tomorrow. I didn't know that, but is that Piper Turner?
Thomas.
Yes.
Piper Turner. Okay, I think it says Piper Turner. I hope so. Pretty sure it does though. Piper Turner. So happy birthday, Piper. I like that name. Piper, David Altman. Happy birthday, David, and Karen, and Janet, Josh, Danielle, Penny, Tiffany, and Karen. Hope all y'all had a great birthday or going to have.
Karen's
A
about
great
30.
birthday.
She's about 30.
Is she?
Yeah, because she's
Should love
just
that.
a few years younger than I am. So that's
Happy early birthday, Karen. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, that's got the birthdays, I think, taken care of, Papa. So now, let's see how many announcements we got. And let's see if Billy has all of them today, folks. Do you have any, Papa?
No, that's all.
Oh,
that's all
man,
we got right
really? Well, this is plenty, but I might share with you.
there. No, I marked through all the ones that are
Okay.
non-relevant.
Oh, okay. Well, then I might can handle this. I don't know. We'll see. All right, folks. Let's see. Let's start out with the bargain basement. That is that every?
It's not
It's
every
twice a
Saturday.
month, isn't it?
Yeah, twice a month.
Okay, so every other Saturday.
I think so.
Every other Saturday, folks, you can go to this. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
They have
2
bargains.
Saturdays.
They have
Yeah, they have really good deals. Talking about the bargain basement. It's at the Methodist Church on Methodist Street. The next one will be tomorrow, folks, from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. This one is sponsored by the United States Methodist Women, but I think that sponsors it every time, don't it, Papa?
They
Pretty sure.
use the proceeds
missions.
for the mission projects.
That's good. This will be their semi-annual clothing bag sale. All clothing $1 a grocery bag or $5 white kitchen trash bag. This will give them room to put out fall and winter clothing, and the Christmas room will also be open. I've not seen the Christmas room, have you?
No, but you can buy my gift there.
Well, I might just do that. Yeah, I will gladly buy you a gift from there. They got some good deals. Thank you, Papa. Merry Christmas to me. But they do have some really good deals, folks, so go check that out if you haven't already. And it is every other Saturday. Also, it's time for soccer. Registration is now open. This is the fall season. I believe they have two. I don't want to say for sure, but I do believe they play in the spring too sometimes, maybe.
I have no idea.
I get confused on it because it's went back and forth, kind of.
Soccer is on the rise.
It is, yeah.
Popularity.
Yeah, I know. It used to not be, well, it's still not as big here as it is other places. But when they first brought this here, nobody in this town knew anything about soccer, let me tell you. Because I coached it the first 3 years they done it, and they had to train all of us, the coaches, on just how to play the game. Like, nobody knew. Nobody.
Now,
And we had to play soccer all day long one Saturday and literally get basically certified for it because it was crazy. Nobody knew anything about it.
Does the goal count just 1 point?
Mm-hmm. The first season they didn't keep score though. I didn't like that. You know, I mean, I know everybody's different, but
it's innate within us to want to
competitive.
win.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, I mean it is. You don't want to be too competitive, but at the same time, you have to learn. You know, you win some, you lose some. So I've never really been behind that. You know, everybody gets a medal. You know, I don't really go for that. I think you have to learn in life that you're going to win some, you're going to lose sometimes, and that's a big part of it. And you learn those lessons as a kid. But they did start keeping score, so I was glad of that. But yeah, that was very interesting, though, I have to say. we had to learn together, basically. But I'm trying to think who brought it here at first. I want to say it was Hank. Or what?
Who?
Was it Hank Williams?
Maybe. I
Somebody,
remember him being involved
he
early
was,
on.
and it was very.
So
I believe
I'm
he
not
was.
sure
I'm not
who
100%,
actually
but
did.
I think that might be a good guess there. I think he was definitely one of the first ones. We know that.
There will be a trivia question.
That would be a
Once you
good
find
one.
out, we'll get a
Yeah, we'll
trivia
give that
question.
one to you.
for
Well, anyway, folks, if you want to play soccer, get on down there and sign up because it's underway now. You can go to their Facebook page, the Bledsoe County Youth Soccer Association's Facebook page, or come to the practice fields. They're next to the Pikeville Elementary School, and you can register in person. Well, that's good. But if you have any questions, you can call Greg Smart. The number to call is 423-364-1154. 364-1154. Practices are Tuesday and Fridays at 5 p.m. That's not too bad. Got a breakfast coming up at the Mount Crest Volunteer Fire Department, Papa. That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So come on out from 6 to 10 a.m. They'll have, I'll tell you a guess what they have, Papa. You should know it by heart.
Well, they don't have country ham, I don't think, but they've got
No.
sausage and bacon and
Mhm.
bologna and biscuits and gravy.
Bologna. Mm-hmm.
Bologna. It's bologna.
I don't know what that is.
Bologna.
What's bologna?
Thank you.
How'd you spell bologna?
You spell
you
it like
spell
that,
bologna?
but you don't say it like
That's
that.
an old grocery store man right there.
Exactly.
Right?
You got that right. But you got the menu correct, Papa. I think I didn't get past bologna. But I think they got hash browns too, of course. Gravy, jelly.
I said gravy and
Okay.
biscuits.
Well,
Scrambled
jelly and
eggs,
butter,
Scrambled eggs.
of course. Yep. And coffee, milk, and orange juice. And they do have orange juice. It's just never on here. But I promise you, they have orange juice. And it's $8 a plate. And remember, all proceeds go to the fire department at Mount Crest. So it's for a good cause. Remember, all the fire departments around here are volunteer. So if we didn't do these things, they would cease to exist, basically, wouldn't they?
And your insurance would go up.
Yes, that's right. I always forget about that. I don't think a lot of people know that, Papa. I really don't.
That's just a hidden gem that came up.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one because I really truly don't think a lot of people either they don't know about it or they forget about it. I really do.
It's a factor.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And like I said, they're volunteers, so we have to do something for them. You got to, because they're sure not getting no money any other way. So that's how they make it. That's how they stay in existence. So keep on supporting them. Every Saturday, folks, there's always a benefit of some kind, usually for a fire department or a community center, something.
Rescue squad.
Yeah,
Rescue
rescue squad. All of those need our support. They really do. Is this something I need to say today?
I like that.
The separate September 21st. What are we doing here? Let's see. Qualifying. Okay, this is some political news, I guess. The qualifying deadline for the upcoming City of Pikeville election has been announced. Okay. Candidates will have until noon on September the 21st to submit their qualifying petitions, reports Minister of Elections Lisa Wheeler. Voters within the Pikeville city limits will be electing a mayor and 4 aldermen on December the 2nd. Those positions are currently held by Philip Lincoln Cagle as mayor and Alderman Ceenie Anderson, Jane Umble, Gina Lansing, and Dale Wheeler. To qualify for any of these offices, you must have been a resident of the city of Pikeville for at least 12 months preceding the election, explained Wheeler. Candidate petitions can be picked up at her office. The Bledsoe County courthouse anywhere would have it too, I would think. But you can go to the election commission office and get all that stuff. She'll have all that for you. Let's see. And of course, her office is upstairs. And it says Monday through Wednesday and Friday from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. That's when you can pick them up. To be eligible to vote, you must be a registered voter and a resident of the city of Pikeville. The last day to register to vote is November the 2nd. Those owning property inside the city limits who desire to vote as a non-resident property rights voter need to contact the election office before the November 2nd deadline and complete the necessary requirements. I wonder what those are. I don't really know.
Well, that's to weed out people that should not be voting.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, I get that
They
one.
passed that how many years ago that if you own property in the city,
Okay,
that
yeah.
you can live out in the county, but
I
you
agree
can-
with that. I
but
totally
you can
agree with
vote
that.
if you own land in the city.
We had two,
Honestly, I think this is my opinion, but I know it's a popular opinion. 'Cause I've heard many people say it. A lot of people feel like if you have a business in town, though, you should be able to vote too.
I feel like
and
that.
I agree with that one.
But they
very
say,
much.
I don't know if it's the city charter or state law that doesn't allow for that. But it does sound fair that you could.
I think
if
it's
you have
very
a
fair.
business.
Yeah.
well, you
I
got to
don't
have
agree
rules.
with that at all.
Today we had our secretary's on vacation, and I was handling the food bank for a while.
Mhm.
I had two different people to come in for food that did not have a picture ID.
Mhm.
And they had to go back and get the people because that is a requirement.
Pretty sad. You have to
Before
have a picture ID to get that, but you can go vote anywhere without it. That's the state of this country. It's sad.
But I think that's a good requirement.
It is a good
And you got
requirement.
to be a
Yes.
resident of Bledsoe County.
It is a very good requirement, but that's why I said what I said. That's why it's so ridiculous. On something so important, you don't even have to have voter ID. It's getting crazy, isn't it? But I do agree with that. They want to make sure, I guess, they're a Bledsoe County resident
Yes.
for the food bank.
And you've got
I
people
get
that
that.
live in Bledsoe County, their mailing address is another town.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know.
But
That
our,
gets
our
tricky.
election commission, our election workers
They
do
know.
a really good job
Mhm.
of making sure that people who are registered to vote
That's
can
good.
vote and people who aren't registered cannot vote.
I know, and that's how it should be everywhere, really. I mean, I think we do it the right way. That's how it should be. And of course, you should have to have a voter ID your ID to vote. Good. That's just common sense. Or you shouldn't have to have it to get food. Then, if you don't have to have it to vote, then you should have to have it pretty much anything. That's That's just the way.
So
That's
far,
why it's so messed up.
we not running into any problems. Just today, they had to go get an ID.
Yeah.
They didn't have it with
Maybe
them.
they did. Did they get mad, or was they pretty cool
No,
about it?
they went and got the
Well, good.
ID.
That's good because they're just following the rules. Nothing wrong with that.
But I would like it to see that every county in Tennessee, though, that you could go in and prove your residency and get a vote and get an
agree.
ID, get a photo ID.
Photo
And of course,
ID.
you know,
I
the
agree with
older
that.
people here that don't have transportation or whatever, it's hard to get
It is.
an ID
It is.
sometimes in
Yes.
places that are more rural. I
Oh,
wish
yeah.
we had the driver's license
I know.
testing where you could do that locally.
We
Oh, yeah.
assume everyone is dependent, independent, but
Mobile.
Yeah.
Albert can see the day approaching when I will be dependent on
Maybe
someone else.
so. You don't
But,
have to. Well, you may
You know,
not
you got
be.
Billy right here.
That's
You know,
right.
he can haul you wherever you want
That's
to go.
right. That's right. That's why you gotta stay busy and keep going. Your day's a long ways off, Papa. Let's see here. I think I did get all the announcements, unless
You
you got
did?
one. Good
Thank
deal. Thank goodness.
And you got the birthdays.
I sure did. But yeah, I was on the ID thing though. I was really it's more than it's a national problem really. Like we do it right. Small towns usually do. It's a national problem. Intentional problem. I can definitely say that it's intentional, but it shouldn't be allowed. It's crazy to me that it's crazy to a lot of people. But anyway, let's move on to your famous trivia, Papa. Thank God I have a lifeline this week.
I happen to have some.
No soccer questions.
That's right.
What? Question number one. Now remember, this is Trivial Pursuit.
Okay.
Trivial.
It is very trivial.
What city is known as Beantown?
Oh, that's Boston. Right. That's Boston.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's my answer too.
I'm
Right.
pretty sure it is.
We're both wrong.
I'll say you're both right.
Okay, good.
Name Tennessee's entry into pro football. What is the name of the Tennessee team?
Oh,
The
Titans.
Titans.
Oh yeah.
Aren't these easy?
So far,
Yeah.
I'm getting nervous. So he's
Yeah.
probably coming up with a doozy.
What is home to Chicago's National League baseball team? Where is
Oh.
it located? The home,
Wrigley Field,
Wrigley Field.
because y'all went there.
Yes, we did.
That's
You
the
know-
Cubs. I guess they don't. Do they play there still?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know why it's called Wrigley?
I do not.
What is the who furnishes us
Gum?
with double mint gum?
Oh,
Gum?
really?
Is that the gum
Spearmint
family?
gum. Yeah,
Okay.
No way.
that's the one that built that station for them. And I can remember seeing a big plane
That's
that
crazy.
passed by our vision about every 2 minutes going to O'Hare Airport.
Oh, I'm sure.
So how long ago was that you went?
100 years ago.
No, about 15 maybe.
It's been a long time ago.
Probably
Did
about that.
Carolyn go?
Carolyn, yeah,
Did
but
Carolyn
Carolyn's
go?
been dead
Okay.
10
It's
years.
about 15
Right.
years.
Okay.
15, 20 years, yeah.
Okay, what are the basketball players from Denver called?
Oh, the
Simon?
team, the Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
they're- Oh yeah, because they won the championship this year, didn't they?
Yes,
For the
they
first
did.
time ever.
It was something else to see that big center.
They had been a team for like a long, long time, and I didn't realize they'd never won a championship. They'd never even been to the finals, Ruth. And they got one player, that one guy. What was his name? It's a weird name.
It was so sweet to watch his family hug
Complete.
him.
I mean, this one guy turned them into from a mediocre team
He
to
was
a
the
powerhouse.
franchise player
He
on that
was
team.
like they could not stop him. But
Okay,
yeah, he is really. He seems really humble and nice, don't he?
he did.
Mm.
In the Charlie Brown comic strip, what is the dog's name?
Well, that's Snoopy, ain't it?
Snoopy. These
Well,
are,
I like those now. I can do that all day long.
Change these. These are too simple. Name two birds.
No.
Two birds that are active at night.
You know, at night, an owl.
Is owl a bird?
An owl is one.
Okay. An owl's a bird.
What would be the other one?
Owls work at night.
So there's another bird.
It's
Bird.
active at night.
Bird active at night. Besides
Very
an owl.
small bird. Very small bird.
This is a trick question.
Hangs upside down. Thank you.
Oh, a bat.
See, I
Okay.
don't think of a
Wow.
bat as a bird.
No, I
Is it a
really.
mammal?
I don't. Yeah.
I think of it
They
as
fly.
I think of it as an evil bird that can
They fly.
that will bite you.
Where's the buzzer? I'm gonna press the buzzer. On
I
that
know.
One, Billy.
I think we should get credit for that one. That's a tough one.
I make the rules.
Oh well. Okay.
What?
That's why you want to make the rules right there.
That's it.
What? What animal family
It
raised
is.
Tarzan?
Who's Tarzan?
The
Monkeys?
Monkey.
Apes?
Apes. Apes. Last one. Name 2 brands of peanut butter that starts with J.
Jif.
Jiffy
Yeah.
Bun.
I named mine, Billy.
Oh God. Is JFG coffee? or
JFG.
peanut-
JFG.
Okay. Good deal. I
Y'all
was hoping
did
that
well.
was coffee. Is that peanut butter too, though, or something?
Yeah, they make
I
peanut butter
thought
too.
so.
I have done trivia through January the 30th.
Oh,
Dang.
you could find his list
Yes.
by then.
Ooh. That's
Study
a mission
up.
for me. Yes, that is. That's pretty good.
In that case, if I'm dead, someone else could go ahead and do it. Let me tell you, I'm being very thoughtful when I go to get prescriptions filled.
Hmm.
If they say, "Do you want a 1 month supply or 3 months?" I don't get 3 months supply.
Hmm.
Why give them 2 months free if I want to die in that month?
That's not
Are you
positive
hearing this
thinking
guy?
there. No.
Oh man.
Albert, you sound like your friend Bob Foster, who says now he doesn't buy green bananas.
Oh, come
He
on.
doesn't. When did he start that? That's pretty good.
How old is Bob? 95?
95.
Going on 65. Speaking of enough people that aged well, he's another one.
Yep.
Definitely.
I'd say Bob is about as slow as I am. About as slow as-
Are you setting up a race? We're gonna.
What would that be, like the tortoise and the tortoise?
We're gonna take some bets on. Who you gonna go for, Billy? Who's your money on?
I don't know, but I'd love to see it. Love to see it. All right, folks, we'll take a quick commercial break. Coming up after the break, though, is our interview with our guest, Miss Ruth Burton. And, of course, after that, good old Albertology and sports and all that good stuff will be coming up as well. But that is all coming up after the break. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. So what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
Support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show here on WAT Radio, and watch us on channel 18, BTC Fiber TV, and on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Remember, get on there and check it out, like and subscribe. We want to thank the following people. These are all our sponsors. I got to go through it quickly today, but as always, a big thank you. We love all our sponsors. So here we go. Big thank you to the following people: Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilberry Insurance. Go in there and see Sadie. Ask for Sadie. She can help you with all your needs. The offices of Janine Boynton. You know, that's the first time I think I've messed up on that, Papa.
No, I think you've done
Oh.
I took them some brownies this week.
Did you? Okay. Well, she'll forgive me then, won't she? Those brownies are good, ain't they, Janine? Lisa Wheeler, thank you. Thank you, Michael Walker. Farm Bureau Insurance, that's Massengale and his friendly staff down by Putnam Reed Funeral Home. Also, thank you to them. They're in South Pikeville. They're about as south as it gets in Pikeville. Nicaro Antiques, right here, our closest neighbor. You will find something that you've never seen before, I promise you. They have all kinds of nice things that it's really just such a, like there's so much to choose from. I don't even know the word to put. There's everything in here, really.
It's a busy place.
It is,
I told
yeah.
Gil, we were outside this morning just for not long, and I saw 3 people carrying things out. So
Oh, that's good.
good business.
That's
Or
good.
I hope they paid for them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say you buy some things here that you couldn't buy anywhere else.
I'm sure.
Oh, that's the truth, yes. And they have a new business now as well, folks, over on Spring Street, just a block away. And what's that one called, Gail? I don't want to
Spring
get it wrong.
Street Antiques.
Okay, Spring Street Antiques. And I didn't think that was it, but I didn't want to say it wrong.
I bought a chair over there recently.
Oh, did you? All right. And it's
Really
very
nice.
similar, isn't it? It's very similar to Nicaro. And it's just a block away, folks. That's Spring Street Antiques, so check it out as well. And then, of course, you got Ember's Ice Cream just right across the street. Check that out as well, too. Cliff's cooking, I think, nearly every day now, and his food is good. And it's the best sweet tea you'll ever drink, I promise you. Let's see, where are we at now? State Farm Insurance, Nick Smith, thank you. Morgan Brothers, speaking of the Morgan Brothers, thank you, the Morgan Brothers. That also includes the Bank Walker Brewery and the Family Restaurant. Remember, the Pikeville Family Restaurant is open every day at breakfast time, and they do have a really, really good breakfast. Get their waffle. They're enormous, and they're really good. Really good. It's Lola's. Lola Sales. She's just a hop skipping away from us right here on Main Street, and she's back. Collier and Company Realty. That's Michelle Collier. Let's see. Bill Wolf and Lee Station Baptist Church. Thank you. Southern Pearl, Florist Home Decor and Gifts. Thank you, Tina. She's at a different location now. She's on Cleveland. Is it Cleveland Avenue? No. What did I say? I believe it is
It's a
Cleveland Street, maybe. Yeah, it's a house basically, isn't it? But a really nice
A
one.
lot more room than she
Yeah,
had.
I figured that's why she done it.
She has
I
a
get
lot
that.
of nice stuff.
Yeah, she had the other place fixed up real nice. She really did. So yeah, check that out, folks. And the Daily Stop on the bypass, they got the best pizza. I mean, it's good pizza. I know it's a gas station, but their pizza's dang good. And also, it's Quilting Time. It's Quilting Times. That's what it's called, isn't it? That's our newest sponsor right next door to us. What doctor used to have that?
Dr. Smith.
Dr. Smith, yes. That's where she's at. Now they will have the loom. The old loom will be open too, but it's not ready yet. She wanted me to say that. So thank you to all of our sponsors. Okay, and now,
Okay.
give me a drink here. Let's find out about this, Papa, about this walking tour.
All right.
When did this come about?
Well, we've talked about it for a long time. with
Really?
The
Okay.
Bledsoe County Tourism Committee.
Yeah.
And so just trying to promote the town.
Yeah.
We thought this in particular would be a good idea for several reasons, but one thing is free.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
But doing it through QR codes, you can do it anytime you want to.
Oh,
Nothing,
cool.
Just at your leisure. You can do a few stops, come back later, do a few more, or
People will like
any
that.
way you want to do that. So it doesn't matter what else in town is open.
That's
we
right.
always have something now for our guests, our visitors to do.
That's good. I like that. I didn't think about that. But
And
that'll work well too with tourists.
it will, and it's just a piece of the puzzle. As the Main Street Committee, of course, it has so many activities.
I know, yeah.
Doing things. It works with what the chamber's doing,
Yeah.
with what the city's doing, with
Yeah, I've
what
noticed the
other
chamber has a
groups are
Facebook
doing.
page now, and it seems like
And-
they're livened up a little bit, I guess.
Kesslin Moore through some grant funds through the city and county and chamber.
Okay.
And I believe maybe even the telephone company have gone together, and so for the first time we actually have a position in the community for somebody to do marketing, and so we're really excited about Kesslin. Think she'll be perfect for that. She's working on some things. Albert, you'll be glad to know when you get on the computer. When Billy gets you on the computer,
What a historic day that will be.
she's working on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Some new pages and new sites and
Okay, so that's
promotional
why.
type
Okay.
things. And what state tourism people do, got a wonderful group that work with us there. But what they say, Albert, is if you're not online, you don't exist.
I'm a nobody.
You are online, you just don't know it.
Exactly, that is true. That is true.
But you just think when you go to other communities, what do you look? You Google what's there.
You do. That is true.
You look on TripAdvisor, you look on things, and so Kesslin's really
It's a
going to
necessary
be
step.
an asset. That's something people maybe overlook is getting their business, and so she's working hard on that kind of thing too. But so, like I said, this is just one piece of it.
Yeah.
How do you select what points of interest that people visit?
Well,
That takes getting together, I'm sure, and trying to figure things out.
we have, just to tell you, and here you go. What we did,
Oh, cool.
we wanted to make it walkable and something that we can build on later, but just
Definitely.
to kind of jump in the deep water and see how it goes and what works. But I actually, when we started talking about this, Ethan Lloyd is a member of, and so is Gail and Lola, and I shouldn't have started naming them. But Ethan is always ready to say, we can do this. We can do this, and as I mentioned, we can do this because of the telephone company. They're such a strong community partner in all of the good projects.
That's true.
And I told the group at our grand opening, I had the idea of kind of, you'd stand there and they'd put a camera on you, and Anthony Ladd has made a mini movie out of each one of these 12 spots.
It has to be.
He's so creative. And so couldn't have done that. But Anthony said, if you can do the writing part, if you can do the organizing, get the stops together, I said, that's the part I can do.
Right,
No
yeah.
problem. I know the stories. All these stories come from my book.
I know.
So I had the
What a great
information.
book that is, too.
Well, I appreciate that.
And I'm telling you,
So-
this could be a show of its own.
Well,
Literally,
we-
that's what I was thinking as I watched it.
we start. You watch the promo.
Yes, I
putting
thought
those
that.
out.
I mean, that could be a show. I mean, that could be anything. It's just so it was interesting. It really was.
So we start at the first stop is up at the town pillar that says Pikeville.
Mhm.
They're across from Sells in front of Tommy and Susie's house.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so it starts there.
Mm-hmm.
You hit the QR code with your phone.
Okay.
And up pops the video. And your
That's pretty
neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
Roy Lee Stanifer, has the first stop.
Does he?
And he tells, we tried to get people that had a connection, but
Mm-hmm.
he tells the story of your long-term neighbor, Miss Blanche, who,
Oh, yeah.
who when she graduated from Tennessee Tech as a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
people told her, I don't know if you want to go to Bledsoe County, bloody Bledsoe. Bad reputation back then. It's hard
True,
to think
true.
of when you look out at Main Street.
I know.
that-
Such a
that
beautiful
that
place.
was
People
our
Yeah.
still want to buy those
reputation.
shirts.
They do.
And there'll be some. I'm so glad you said that. Not to change the subject, but Albert and Billy T-shirts and Bloody Bledsoe T-shirts will be in tomorrow, folks.
Oh, cool.
You have to get one.
I will.
Yes.
I will.
Okay,
So
sorry,
anyway,
man. Yeah.
The second night she was here, she stayed down with Miss Chase, just down the
Mhm.
road where the telephone co-op is
Mhm.
now, in that area, and heard what she thought was a gunshot. She got up the next morning and a man had been murdered here on Nickel
Oh, my
Road.
God.
Dangerous place, and she thought, what have I gotten into?
Wow.
Of course, she stayed here and married and raised 2 kids who are still around, great
Yeah.
citizens of
Mhm.
our town, and live next door to Albert.
Yeah, for my whole life.
So Roy Lee tells that story and a little bit about Bloody
I
Bledsoe.
like that.
And
That'll be a
so
good one.
that's the first one, and then there are 12 stops, and the last one is it goes down to Stanifer Pharmacy, and
Oh.
Billy Joe Brown
Mm-hmm. He
does.
does it.
He talks about there's an interesting story behind the Cranwell House and
Oh.
and how it was built.
Cool.
And he tells that and just mentions the South Main Street Historic District. He talks about that a little bit, and as I said, there's room for this to grow, and I'd love
I
to
think
do
so.
one of the homes of the home district that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I would. I'd love to
That's
expand
a
that.
historic district.
It is.
Absolutely.
So there are
You should do
ways
that for
we
sure.
can go. We kept it geographically close.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
it can be a
would've-
walking tour.
Yes. To be easy to do, I would like to
You
have
can
gone
add to it,
down
I'm
to
sure, over
the
time.
AME Zion Church,
yes.
which is very interesting.
Oh, you gotta do that at some point.
It's believed to be the oldest
Mm-hmm.
AME church
American,
in
American Methodist, Episcopal.
right
Mm-hmm.
in Tennessee that still holds services.
Yeah, I believe it is.
You know, we could
Mhm.
go different spots in the county, but we picked this to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So you can add to it at some point.
But
'Cause
lots
you're
of
gonna
great
want to.
stories.
I know you're gonna
I
want
don't
to.
know how much time you have to go through, but
we can hear about some more stops.
you can. Well, that Roy Lee has the first stop. We come
Mhm.
down in front of First Farmers Bank, where what used to stand there, Albert? Trivia.
Yeah, Mr. Trivia.
Before the bank.
Before the bank?
The old hotel.
Oh, the hotel.
The old
Pikeville
hotel.
Hotel.
That's crazy.
And one of the owners was killed in the Swafford Toilet feud.
Oh wow, wow,
and
that's crazy.
Stephanie Boynton tells about that. We go next door
Bridgman
And-
House.
Lost House.
to the Bridgman House.
Bridgman House.
And David Morgan,
Oh yeah, I saw that one. A little bit of it. Mm-hmm.
and talks about the house, and also one of the owners was married to General Spears, Union General
Wow.
in the Civil War, and he was an interesting man, but he was court-martialed twice, and
Really?
finally Abraham Lincoln, president, said, go back to Bledsoe County.
What about that?
So
That's wild.
we go across the street in front of Upchurch Law Office, and Audrey Smith Heiser tells about our famous outlaw. And you like that story.
Yeah, that's a
probably
good one. It
your
is.
favorite story, Billy.
Yes, because you added to that big time. I found out things I never knew about that.
John Merle at the time was so famous that Mark Twain included him in 2 of his books.
That's amazing.
The treasure that Huckleberry Finn is searching for is John A. Merle's.
Did you know that?
No.
I did not know that either.
He lived out his life as a blacksmith, learned blacksmithing trade while he was in prison in Nashville, lived out his life in Pikeville. They buried him over at Smyrna Cemetery, which I believe that was part of the Billingsley plantation
Maybe so,
at
yeah.
that time. And
He's buried what?
guys came in, and he's buried
Different than everybody
north
else.
to south
Yeah.
instead of east to west.
Because he's so mean, suppose. I guess he was really mean, though.
So they came in at night and cut off his head.
Yes, that's the part.
Dug him up and cut off his head.
Did you know that part? God.
So
They cut off something else.
so his body is buried there. We're not sure where. We're not sure where his head is, but his body is buried over there. And in fact, his original gravestone, people, he was famous, and people came and chipped off parts of the stone until it was destroyed. And so another stone has been placed there. But
Yeah,
lot of interesting stories.
that
Robert
really
Smith-
is there.
Robert Smith talks about the Civil War, and the courthouse was used as a hospital during the Civil War. So,
Oh yeah.
really, one of my favorites too is Jeannie Hurd Brown is at the Veterans Park and talks about our first World War I casualty. Was a 17-year-old boy, Barrett Hamilton, slipped off from his parents to join up. His parents contacted Washington, and they were so upset they wanted him home. They ordered him home, put him on a ship. The ship was hit by a German U-boat and sank within 5 minutes, and he was killed on the way home.
Wow, I don't even know what to say to that. That's
17
crazy.
years old. 17 years
That's
old. It's just a sample of the sacrifices
Boy, I
of
reckon.
men and women whose names are
Yeah.
at our Veterans Park. We got
Definitely.
Dr. Philip Burns to come and talk about the Ross House, and he remembers when it
There's
was
the Ross House.
he remembers when it was a hospital, and
I had a brother born there.
well, his
Oh,
mother
yeah.
had he can remember when a couple of his siblings were born, and went there, and he remembers visiting his grandfather. So Carolyn, we go to Carolyn shows the history books from over at the library and talks about those. My stop is here, and stop me anytime if we go too long.
You have to do one at the radio station. You have to do one here. That'd be cool.
We've got one out front.
Okay, cool.
We'll have to go out here. This is my stop.
Okay,
This
good.
is
Yeah.
where they fired across the road and killed Sheriff Thomas J. Swalford.
Oh.
And my
didn't even
grandfather
know that.
was one of his deputies at the time.
Wow.
And so I tell a little bit. I drag my family in there too. So Carrie does the Main Street stage.
That's right, yeah.
Carrie Cagle Hassler. And Travis Smith is in front of It's Lola's and talks about some of our more noted citizens. We had a governor, we had a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah, I learned all that on the 200th episode when you were talking about that in your book.
And we had our Hollywood starlet who was married to an Oscar-winning director.
Yeah, I didn't know that
and
either.
has a very interesting story.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the last stop is there in front of Joel's. The videos are
Okay.
about a minute and a half to 2 minutes. So
Oh, that's
you
not
just,
bad at all.
Pull them up on your phone, and each segment directs you to the next
Okay.
one. So you really only, if you know where the first one is, they'll take you and guide you.
That's
around.
good. So check this out, folks. Now, is it underway now? Like it's
It
ready
is.
to go?
It's-
Okay.
It's
So
all
they
up,
basically
all
just-
finished.
You just go to any one of them and do your thing on your own
Yeah.
time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, let's check this out, Papa.
This is an interesting place to live.
It is. Well, if you need us for any video, we'll gladly help because this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I like this.
I fixated on the term we're colorful
Mhm.
but complicated history.
That's very accurate.
Complicated is tame.
That's very accurate, I
But
can
you know,
say.
some of the history you have to move away from it before you can really appreciate it.
That's
And
true too.
when I was growing up, the generation above me, it was still they were so close to it. They didn't necessarily want to talk about it because they were still overcoming that nickname and they didn't want it, and so
So it went away for a while, kind of. Yeah. I
and
get
so
that.
now we just say history.
Embrace it.
History happened.
It happened.
It happened,
Embrace it.
and
Don't try to change it. Just embrace it. You know. And we do have a lot of history here, so folks, you got to check this out. I know I'm going to. That is, this is a really good idea that y'all have done here, Ruth. I like this.
good. I hope you
Yeah.
will enjoy it. I hope you'll take
I
it.
will.
Uh,
Definitely.
Pick up a brochure. They're here.
Okay, I was going to ask that. I
They're
forgot.
also, going to be at Embers and
Okay.
Miller Bread and Lola's and
Okay.
the Redbird and just
So a lot of businesses will
people
have
around
them.
town. They're in the county clerk's office. They're
Okay.
in the rec at the courthouse. So
Yeah.
they are around. And if I can just say, we do these things because the park is such a great partner for us too.
Mhm.
Fall Creek Falls,
Mhm.
with the millions of visitors they
Yeah.
get,
Yeah.
and they're always willing to work with us and pass
Good.
out information that we have and put
Good.
it in the racks. And
We need
So-
to do that. I've always said that Pikeville and Spencer could market themselves so much more than what we have. I've always felt that way. These two towns share this. These two counties share this.
Gold mine.
Incredibly popular state park. Maybe the most popular one around. So I'm glad y'all are doing
It
that.
is
That's
the number
great to
one.
hear.
the #1 park.
It is, so we should be a tourist trap. We should be, that's what this place should be. And I think it's perfect location to be a tourist trap because it's a beautiful town, a beautiful county.
Well, and they tell us, of course, we've got a new superintendent out there
Mm-hmm.
now, and I think she's going to do a great job too, and we know
Good.
she has a great staff.
Mm-hmm.
So, got hit hard with the storms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
and
Man.
are doing well with that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have in the past said, look, we've got people out here who are staying a week.
Mm-hmm.
By day 4 or 5, they're saying, what's around here?
Of course, yeah. That's when the
Jack
towns
and
could
Wanda
really.
Carver, that's how
take
they
advantage
got
of
here.
that.
They came down.
That's why they're here.
They came down
Wow.
from the park, drove by, saw this beautiful house, and
And they got it,
Wanda said,
man.
I gotta have it. And so,
Wow, I didn't know that.
They co-teach my Sunday school class.
I've met them.
so
That's interesting, though.
That's a real market that we have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, when we have people come down, those are great visitors to have.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Come
tourists.
down and spend the day, and you don't necessarily have the other costs associated with a bigger population base.
No, you don't. No. It's like, I like it. I mean,
Of course.
you have to grow a little
Yeah.
bit.
we're having more stores, more
Mhm.
things for them to do. Of course,
Yes, we are.
Cliff and Gail have opened
Mhm.
up the new. People are always looking for antiques.
Yes, yes.
So I
And
think
check out-
we
and-
really have something to offer.
I do
Nobody
too.
has a prettier Main Street than
No,
we do.
no, that is a fact. There's just no prettier place.
And the
There's just
people.
not.
And the
That's
the
right.
people are pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, for the most
Okay.
part. Yeah, we got good people
No,
here.
people. When we have visitors, they always say everybody's so friendly.
Yes, I hear
Everybody's
that a
so
lot.
friendly."
I hear that a lot, and that's a
And-
good thing to be noted for.
And when I go somewhere else, though, my husband says you don't have to talk to everybody. Well, I'm used to it.
Exactly,
I'm
that's
used
how
to
it is
talking
here.
to everybody.
That's right. Well, thank you for coming by today, for
Thank
sure.
you. I always enjoy coming in.
I know
talking
it.
to you
We'll
guys.
definitely
Appreciate
have
it.
you back. I mean, honestly, it won't be long until our 300th episode. Can you believe this? I'm not even exaggerating. We're just, I don't even know what number this, I believe this will be episode 273.
Really?
Yes, yes. We're that close to 300.
Okay.
Time to start making plans for that, producer man. Because that'll be a good one. And we'll have to have you on there as a tradition. Because she was on the 100th and the 200th.
And the
So
200th,
we'll have to
so-
bring you back for that one. But thanks for joining us. And you guys be sure to check this out. That's a really good idea. And coming up next, we'll have a little sports for you and some Albertology. That's all coming up next right after the commercial break. Stick around, folks.
Support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. So what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show here on WUAT Radio, and of course watching us on channel 18 BTC Fiber TV, and check us out on the BTC Fiber YouTube page. Like I said, get on there, like and subscribe, and you can see all of our episodes and all the original shows on there, including the new original show. We got Mike Smith in here of the Mike and Bradley Sports Scene.
I watched that.
Yeah. Y'all did a good job, so off to a good start.
Well, I watched the first episode on YouTube, and I learned two things: comb your hair and not let your glasses slide down your nose. But we appreciate that. It was interesting. First couple of shows we've done, and it's been
It's been fun.
very interesting, and we hope that you all enjoyed it. And apparently you have.
It was good. Both episodes have been really good, though.
And I know how it would turn out. It actually turned out pretty well,
Mm-hmm.
concerning. But of course tonight, is the big game at Dunlap, Squatchy, Bledsoe County. First time since '73 they both opened up the season together against each other.
I didn't know it ever happened before. Did you pop off?
73 was the last time. That was when Sequatchie County was runner-up in the state championship game.
Dang.
And that's a long time. And we want the fans
Yeah,
to
the
show up
white
tonight
out.
white out. And it's
Mhm.
wear white out the visitor side of the stadium. It's sort of like checker kneeling. Sort of
Oh,
similar to that.
okay.
And
okay.
Of course, this is the Chief Roaring Eagle Trophy and the Spirit Stick. I won't take too long, Albert. I'm gonna let you do the jokes here as quick as I can, quick as I get off. So I apologize to you, Albert, for that. Anyway, like I said, 7 o'clock tonight. Of course, we'll have the broadcast starting at 6:40 p.m. pregame, and then we'll have the game itself.
Yeah, it's in Dunlap.
It's in
but
Dunlap.
It'll be on the radio if you don't make it.
Which is in Dunlap, so this should be very, very interesting. Again, we urge fans
Hopefully
to show up
win.
in white to
I know
support
because
the
a
Warriors.
lot of people will wear blue, but
Yeah, but if we get as much
there'll be a
white
lot
as we
that
can,
white.
now of course you probably might be able to pick us out in the crowd somewhere. But anyway,
yeah.
again, white out night. Want everybody showing up and wearing the white. And
Who's favored to win before you go? Who's favored?
I would
don't
say
know.
Bledsoe slightly.
Okay.
I would say Bledsoe slightly.
It's really hard to know though from
Well, being
no
on
game.
they're on their home turf.
Yeah, first game of the season. It's kind of hard to know.
But
Be
anyway,
interesting.
but that should be very interesting. We of course hope you tune into the game. And I hope you go to the
yeah.
game. White out tonight here. And Billy, I will see you, and I'll let
Okay,
Albert
buddy.
get to his
Albertology and
Albertology and his jokes, and he does a very good job of it. I listen to the game on it. You do a good job, Albert.
All right, thank you, Mike.
And again, be sure to watch the Bradley and Mike Sports Scene.
That's right.
Every
That's
2
right.
weeks. We have a show every 2 weeks on Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative Channel.
Yeah, and the first 2 episodes are already on the YouTube channel, so check it out, folks.
I'll
And
see you.
All right, see you, buddy. And like I always say, you can watch all the original shows on the YouTube channel. All right, Papa. Let's hear some wise words from Albert. Some Albertology.
Albertology.
Well, did you have anything to add to sports? It's
Well, I've got one thing.
mhm.
The fellow's writing a book. His name is Billy Walters.
Mhm.
He has said, and he said it in this book, that Phil Mickelson owes $1 billion in gambling debts.
What?
$1 billion.
Man.
He even says that Phil Mickelson, in this book, he says that he bet on the Ryder Cup.
Wow.
So
That's been a well-kept secret for all these years.
Well, I didn't know anything about it.
I didn't either. I'm floored by it.
Uh,
He's like one of the top golfers there is.
yeah, he's well
Wow.
known. He's left-handed, best known left-hander
Yeah.
I guess there is. And there's one more thing in
That's a
sports.
huge debt.
Oregon, Washington, University of Southern California, and UCLA
Mhm.
are going to the Big Ten. That will make them an 18-member conference.
So you see why I think all this is ridiculous, right?
But that makes them the largest conference.
I guess so. That's nothing to be proud of, though. It's stupid.
Well, I'm just saying that's part of it.
It is, but you know it's stupid. There's no rhyme or reason for it, Papa.
Well,
That's all I'm saying. I mean, it is stupid. They do away with conferences. People get used to these things, and then they want to change everything, and it just leave well enough alone. You got enough money. Quit getting greedy, which I always want more and more and more, Papa. But think how stupid this is, honestly. Those teams you just said are all on the West Coast.
all of them.
The Big Ten is usually supposed to. It represents the Midwest, basically. So it's literally stupid geographically. I feel bad for the teams out west. Like, look at all the traveling they're going to have to do.
It's not just football once a week.
Yeah.
In basketball, you play twice a
Yeah.
week.
Oh man. I don't know. That's brutal.
That's brutal. It will be brutal.
It will be. I just
It'll
don't.
wreak havoc with the
It will.
schools being able to afford.
Absolutely. There was just no need for it at all.
Okay, Albertology.
All right.
Filmdom has produced some outstanding movies over the years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure some of you got your favorite movie that you remember seeing. Some of you probably have gone to more than one, seen a movie more than once.
Oh yeah, there's usually have more than one favorite movie.
It's a Wonderful Life was made in 1946. Jimmy
Okay.
Stewart was the main character in it. It has been voted the #1 movie of all time.
Oh, well, I can see that.
Frank Capra was the director, and he says the reason it is a classic and the reason we love it is because it is the ultimate Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
It is made at Christmas time.
I know it's a big classic. It's the only one of those big classics though I've never watched all the way through, for whatever reason.
You get the highs and the lows of everything. But
Yeah.
anyway, #2 is Home Alone.
Oh, okay, that's
And
a good one.
We've got Home Alone 1 and 2 and 3 and
Okay, they're all good.
that started in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Macaulay Culkin is got to be
Heartbreaking
well known.
story though, really, his life. But I think he's doing better now though, and he's like he doesn't want any part of the limelight.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not going to go any more with that now. I'm going to tell
Okay.
some jokes.
Well, I think we'll let you do that. I think a lot of people will let you do that. They like the jokes.
Things that you overhear at your health club.
Okay, what will that be?
I'm only taking this class so I don't eat for an hour. Does this body make me look fat?
Oh my God. It's stupid.
Traveling through the Midwest, I
No.
stopped at an Ohio welcome station to pick up a state map of Ohio. I found plenty of brochures about things I could stop and see, but no state map. So I spotted 2 employees and asked one of the employees whether they had any state maps. He said, "Sure, I'll get you one." So he walked to the back and he came back out with a map. And he says, "We keep them in the storage room. We found out if we put them out, they just all disappear." Can you believe that?
Oh, mate. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, nothing surprises me anymore.
This is what my mom just said. Mom,
Oh.
I keep my cell phone turned off so my bill won't be too high. Then the child says, "But how can I call you?"
Oh, good point.
"I'll turn it on if you call." Me,
These are some dumb
this is what I
people.
would say. This is what I'd say to Mom. "Mom, if you could have any power, what would you want?" "I would want to go through one night without having to get up and pee."
I think a lot of people would like that one.
I got up 3 times last night. These are some laugh lines. I think it's wrong that only one company makes Monopoly.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah,
I'm great at Trivial Pursuit. We just got through doing some trivia.
we sure did.
But what good is that going to do you in life? Remember, trivia is part of the
True.
posing.
Well,
Okay.
makes you smarter, maybe.
I was playing chess with my friend the other day, and he said, "Let's make it more interesting." So they stopped.
That's good. That's really good.
A man
It
walked
is
in-
boring.
A man walked. Eddie Albert could play chess. I've never played chess. A man walked into a barber shop and he said, "How much for a haircut?" $12. "How much for a shave?" $10. "Shave my hair?"
That's good right there. That's slick. That's pretty smart right there.
Shave my hair.
We got time for one more, I think, don't we?
All right.
Well, yeah, 2 more if they're not long.
Gus took 4 tires to a friend's garage sale, and he was asking $35 for each tire. He took 4 tires. And he needed to step away after he had been there for a while. He said, I've got to leave. So he said to his friend, if you get a chance to sell these tires for me, I'd like to move all 4 of them. In case someone offers me less, how much would you be willing to take? He said, well, I would take as much as $20, but I'd like to get 35. So he left. When he got back, he said, well, did you sell any of my tires? He said, I sold all 4 of them. You did? How much did you get for them? Well, I just got $20. Who bought them? I did.
Man, oh, I wasn't expecting that one. That's pretty dang good right there.
This is Albert.
He was smart too.
This is Albert. I just burned 2,000 calories. That's the last time I will have brownies in the oven while I take a nap. I've done that so many times.
Tell it on yourself, Papa. One more.
All right. A South African man was sailing from East London, South Africa, to Madagascar when his yacht hit something submerged, and he had to leave the yacht. And he scooped up his beloved 9-year-old Jack Russell and swam to shore. And he saw that his Jack Russell was all right. He swam back out to the yacht to get his second most prized possession. He got his wife.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew it.
Did you?
That was a good one too.
Is that all of them?
Yeah, but it would be hard to top that one. A few jokes previous. I don't know how it's about. I can't remember if it was in this pile or that one, but there was one that was. They were all good, but one was a little bit better than all the others. But they were all good though. The streak continues. For now, the streak continues. He's still on a roll on the jokes, folks.
People tell me that they like the jokes.
Yeah, I hear that a lot too. I do. And the trivia. Well, folks, like I said, as we were just saying with our guest Ruth Burton, be sure to check this out. You can get brochures, just about any downtown business here in Pikeville. And check out the walking tour. It's now underway, so I'm just going to leave that right there. We'll have to take the walking tour, Papa. It sounds like
Sounds
a good time.
interesting.
It does. So thank you, Ruth Burton, for joining us today. And thank you guys for being with us today. And we will see you next time. Until then, have a great week, folks.
See you later.
So long, folks. We'll see you next time. Hey, folks. Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks, everybody, for watching.